The bottom sheet you turn in the laundry boy. Any man turns in the wrong sheet spends the night in a box. No one will sit in the bunks with dirty pants on. Any man with dirty pants on sitting on a bunk spends the night in a box. Any man don't bring back his empty pop bottle spends the night in a box. Any man loud talking spends the night in a box.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in the box. Here we are, all boxed up, ready to rock and roll. I've got him. It's Lewis, Mr. Binge TV Guru on Al in the afternoon. I know you're a busy guy, Lewis, but are you anti-John Wayne? I thought we talked about this last week. I thought there'd be some additions. Or have you decided John Wayne does not make the cut?
Now, John Wayne, was he an actor? No, I'm being smart. I did think of you with this list, and I decided in honor of John Wayne and your love for John Wayne, that next week I'm going to play some movies that starred certain actors that are known for having the best lines in the movies. And yes, a John Wayne film made that list.
All right, fair. Okay, there. See, right. Now I'm feeling a little bit better.
I took care of you.
For folks that are showing up, we did, I want to say 60s through the 90s. Is that what we started with, these great liners? Was that what it was?
First one was 80s and 90s, and then we did the 60s and 70s. Right. And now it's the 30s through the 50s.
And I would have sworn when we started this bit that there's no way you're going to find a dozen movies even that, I get it. Frankly, Charlotte, I don't give it. I might have been able to do 2, 3, maybe 4. But you pulled out of a list here, and other than maybe 1 or 2, this is a great list.
Oh, and it's amazing. Like we talked about before, some of these quotes from movies are between 80 and 90 years old, and we still know them. A lot of people might not be familiar with the movie, but they all know the lines, including Al and Mr. Ben.
And if they don't, they should get to know the movies, because some of these stand the test of time.
Some of them are classics.
Like our first one.
Hey, Stella! Hey,
Stella! I mean, what's funny about that line itself, Mr. Binge, is that all the other movies that took that, the Adrian line from Rocky is just a steal from there. Seinfeld did it with the gal in Seinfeld. She made fun of it. That's an 80-year-old line.
Absolutely. And most people don't remember it from the original movie, I'm sure, Streetcar Named Desire in 1951. But it's iconic, and it's a great line in a great movie with Marlon Brando playing that part in probably his breakout role. I do know a little trivia about this film, that he wore his T-shirt a lot in this film, and they said that T-shirt sales went up after this movie came out.
Wow. All right. Fair enough.
There's a little trivia. Unimportant trivia.
No, it works. This is another one, but it makes it, because in remakes, they had to have it. It's just perfect.
It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
That, of course, Frankenstein. Which one was that, though?
That was Frankenstein, 1931. That was the original. 31. And 1931. And I'm telling you what, the actor who played Frankenstein, the doctor, that guy right there, in my humble opinion of old movies, could be the worst actor known to mankind. It was absolutely atrocious, just horrible in this film. But it was a huge film and a huge line. And you're right, it's been used over and over, from anything from Young Frankenstein to almost anything. Mel Brooks, he throws that in there. But
I think excellent. Young Frankenstein, that's the line from Young Frankenstein, because you've heard it before and it comes back. And what's his name did such a great job with it. Yeah, that was fantastic. That's a great movie. And from 1931.
Absolutely.
That's 90 years ago, and that's amazing.
Still not the oldest one on this list. There's 2 movies coming up that are older than 1931.
Oh, wow. This next one, I think we mentioned last week, young star Al Travis in 6th grade, doing impersonations. This is literally a line I did for my impersonation. That's how old I am. 6th grade.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
You entertain me.
I got my pajamas, I'll never know.
Groucho Marx in Animal Crackers, 1930. And
This is an older one.
This is an older one. And you know, Al, that joke isn't a bad joke, especially if you compare it. I was listening to a radio show about an hour ago, and I heard a joke, something about some sports thing, that I think this was a superior joke to that joke.
It set the bar awful high. I'll give you that. One shot an elephant with my pajamas. How he got my pajamas, I'll never know. That's a great line. It is a great comedic line, and what a great movie. I'll tell you what, for as slapsticky as Groucho was, a lot of his stuff holds up. It's good, funny humor.
You know, and all their films of the Marx Brothers, in my opinion, weren't even that good at movies. They're just vehicles for those guys to say these lines. And therefore, it still works because the lines are still good.
Yeah.
And this is a prime example of a ridiculous line that's still funny today.
All right. This is one of those I'm going to say, sorry, I just don't know where it came from. Here it is.
What a dump.
All right, what a dump. Where'd it come from?
This is from Beyond the Forest, 1949, and that's Betty Davis.
Yeah.
She starred with Joseph Cotton. She hated this movie, absolutely hated this movie. And she said she was supposed to play somebody 25 years younger than she was. She didn't like that. And she was supposed to hate Joseph Cotton. And to quote her, she says, "Who could hate Joseph Cotton?" So that was a little Betty trivia.
That acting part was bothering her?
Absolutely.
Having to
act younger. She didn't buy it. She didn't buy it. So typical Betty, but it's a great line, and it has been used in quite a few films since also.
All right, the next one, of course, I think this is the second one out of this film, but you probably could have picked a dozen.
Absolutely.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Just a superior line, just from a superior movie.
Casablanca, 1942. In my humble opinion, the best line of any film that we've covered on here. I think this is the best that cements the emotions of the film and the moment, and Bogart at his best. Excellent.
It really was. And what's funny about it is it's such a close-up when you're watching the movie of him saying that line. I mean, he's there, he's got his gin glass, he's got his little cigarette, it's right in his face. All the Jim joints in all the world. And it is just like, yeah, this is how this whole thing goes. This woman, good line. There's one you can do. And when did that movie come out? Do we know off the top of our head?
1942.
See, it's amazing. I feel so old. I mean, I wasn't around to see that movie, but I know that movie. All right. The next one.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me that one. I do not.
That's from The Jazz Singer with Al Jolson. 1927. This is the oldest one on here, and that is the first line ever in film. Right there, you just heard the first line that was ever spoken in a film. That was the first talkie.
Is that the truth?
Yes.
Okay, only because if it's that important, we're going back. Here's the first line ever spoken in a speaking movie.
Yep.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
That's kind of classy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad you pulled.
And then he goes into a song right after that. And the movie is very interesting because half the film is in sound and half the film is still silent because they didn't do the whole thing. The movie's extremely dated today and has some things that's a little bit questionable in today's standards, rightfully so. So it doesn't hold up as a great movie, but that's a great line from the first line spoken in film.
I am glad, Lewis. Thank you for the lesson, my boy. I like that a ton. I'm sitting going, I've now heard the first line. I love that. I did not know that. Thank you for doing it. We'll be back after this with even more with Lewis, Mr. TV, Mr. Guru, Mr. TV. What is it? Mr. Binge TV Guru.
TV Guru.
I do this talking for a living. Back after this.
just when you felt it was safe to turn the radio back on.
Who are you?
It's Al in the afternoon.
And I've got him. It's Lewis, Mr. Binge TV Guru on Al in the afternoon. And you can't go wrong with this movie. You had another line in it. It absolutely needs to be in this list of movies. I like it. But I want to give you my expert analysis on the film after this.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
I mean, obviously, The Wizard of Oz, classic of all time. I don't know when it came out, 50s sometime, I suppose.
Close, 39.
1939 was I meant. One of the first color moons, you know, they go from black, white to color. But I'm going to tell you, I mean, TV was new back then. I kind of get it. But I'm telling you, if the people that if they didn't cast that the way they did, I don't think the film goes anywhere. You got a guy dressed like the Tin Man. You got a guy dressed in a lion's costume. I don't think it goes anywhere, but they all bought in. That witch right there, she was into the bit, right? I mean, she's I'll get you, my friend. She was into it. Put him up, put him up. The lion guy was like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and you know who you know who turned down the role to play Dorothy first that they're going to have play Dorothy?
No, I do not know.
Shirley Temple.
Seriously?
It would have changed the whole movie. It would have been another Shirley, and I'm not picking on Shirley Temple, but that would not been the same movie with Shirley Temple playing the lead.
Oh, and that's kind of my point. I think anyone could have been the good witch. The bad witch had to be perfect. The three, you know, the three characters on the side were great. The monkeys were fantastic. You know, and Mr. Oz, he was just the right. I did say you put anybody else in there, I don't think that film goes the way it went.
Well, the woman that played the evil witch, I can't remember, Hamilton, I think her name is. I heard a quote by her that she was offered the role, and she said to her agent, she goes, the agent told her that they want you in Wizard of Oz. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. For what part? She says. And her agent goes, well, the bad witch, of course. And she was appalled. Automatically assumed she'd play the ugly witch, you know.
Oh, that's funny. All right, good line. I like it. No, that's a great film all the way around. But again, I think with the playmation and all that, I don't think it goes anywhere if they didn't have if the people that didn't buy into it when they're there. You know, those parts.
And Shirley Temple, thank you for not taking the role. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll agree with that. I think I've heard this line.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. You're going to have to help me. I don't know the movie.
Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, there you go. Hold on. That went too fast. Stop. Sorry. Overshot it. Streetcar Named Desire.
1951. Wonderful, wonderful line. And still gives me cold chills when I hear that line. Just a perfect line for the placement in that movie.
Fair enough. And that actress, do you know her off the top of your head?
Vivian Lee, who was in Gone with the Wind.
There you go. That's okay. Fair enough. And here we go.
It made me sick when I had to let you kiss me. I only did it because you begged me. You hounded me. You drove me crazy. And after you kissed me, I always used to wipe my mouth. Wipe my mouth.
Let me take a good look at it.
I have no clue on that line.
Of human bondage with the great Betty Davis. I could not find a clip of this, and I found the audio, and I didn't care. I mean, for those that are watching on Facebook Live, I couldn't find the video, but I thought I have to include this.
Oh, that's a great line.
Betty's best lines.
I wipe my mouth. That's a bad one. That's fantastic.
It's so Betty.
When was that movie out?
That came out in 1934.
1934, and you wonder why there aren't video clips of it just lying around.
Absolutely. What's up with that?
Unbelievable. All right, that was a very good one, Mr. Binge. I think we're on our last one. Are we on our last bit for this? Yeah, that's because we had no John Wayne movies in here. Here it is.
Let me take a good look at you. You were wonderful tonight.
I'm always wonderful at night.
Yes, but tonight you were especially good.
Well, when I'm good, I'm very good. But when I'm bad, I'm better.
Mae West, you know, you got to be a certain age to understand that was a great line. I mean, I remember that line, and I don't remember last time I watched that. Oh, got a good pause on there quick. That was a great movie. Great bit.
In No Angel, see, I'm No Angel. I couldn't think of the name of it. I'm No Angel, 1933. with Mae West and Cary Grant. I told you last week about the Cary Grant story, how he got the parts with Mae West, one of my favorite Hollywood stories.
Yeah, do it again.
She was looking for a co-star because she had control of her films, and she was looking out the window of the office, and this good-looking guy was walking by in the set, and she says, if that guy can talk, because she thought he was really good-looking, I want him. And it was Cary Grant. And that's how he started his career.
Wasn't it quite amazing in the mid-30s that she had that much control over her films?
It was.
That wasn't normal back then. They might be able to pull it off today if you're some fancy,
She was so big before she got into the movies that they made deals with her, and she refused every line that was given to her and rewrote every single bit, just about, I heard, of every film she was in. She rewrote it. And she was a very interesting character. If you want to watch a documentary about one of the most interesting people in film history, it would be Mae West, because she was just eccentric as the day is long.
Was it vaudeville? Where did she get so famous?
She was in vaudeville, and that's where she got famous, is vaudeville and the stage. She did some Broadway and different things, but she was extremely scandalous. Every line she had innuendo, and the censors were just having a fit about it. And she, in part, was part of the reason why they came out with the Hays Code in 1936, which banned anything to being racy in films. So not 36, 34. So pre-1934, if you watch pre-code films, they're completely different than after the Hays Code was enforced.
Well, how long did the Hays Code last? Because it isn't in movies today.
Well, it lasted pretty much until the mid-50s. It was pretty strong until the studio system broke up in the mid-50s. It dominated film all those years. And in some ways, it was a good thing because, in my humble opinion, they took bad guys like Bogart and Cagney and those, made them tough as they could possibly be, but they didn't have to swear. They didn't have to show violence to know what the heck was going on. So it was a positive thing, in my opinion. By the 60s, it definitely got out of control. And now it's come back a little bit, which is probably good.
Probably a good thing. Mr. Binge, another great list, buddy. That was fantastic. That was a good list. I appreciate you doing that for us. You have an idea what you're going to do next?
Yes, we are definitely going to do, I'm going to select some films that have a bunch of different lines in them that are good.
All right.
And we're going to take in some of those. One of them is this actor, this John Wayne guy. We'll probably have to feature one of his films.
You might have to look at a Marion Morrison. I think that was his original name. He just used John. Yeah, you got to look that up. Mr.
Check him out.
Love having you on the program, sir. Get back in the basement. Keep doing what you're doing.
Fun as always. Thank you, Al.
Thank you, my boy.
Yes, that was fun.